So here we are, we're going to add another class. So that's our usual things added, and this is once again very simple and very similar to the last one that we did. So I'm just going to paste that in, and this time what we're checking is that the length of the activities fits the rules that we were given within our application. As I said, I could have put a rules validation class together, and perhaps that's what I should have done. But I was kind of thinking it out, and I thought, well, I'll separate them just to make it clearer about what we're doing. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to build my application to make sure that there are no dependencies missing in what we've done, and that nothing is missing from the way in which we've structured our classes. So build solution, and I get build succeeded and no errors, Dreamland. So I just want to take a moment to consider what we've done. At the moment when we started, we created our WPF application, and we get our main window, which is here. Now we've said that we've set this up as a place to host pages, nothing more. It just opens up here because the application needs a main to open up. A lot of applications look for a starting point. Even in the modern frameworks like React and so forth, they look for a starting point, which is the application's root, if you wish. So this is here, and it's called the main window. And this is then used to fire up the different pages that we need. And ours starts up with page person because we have to enter the data for the name, the age, and the weight of the person who's doing the exercise. Then what we're doing is, once we've got the person data, we'll open up the page activity, and we'll record how they used the different machines, and then we'll show a summary once the session is completed, fitting the rules that we've set up, for the length of the activities and the number of activities in a session. So that's what we've done. Now I've been very deliberate in my approach to this. I've said that before we even start to go to the interface, I will make sure that everything we need to make the processes work inside these pages will be ready for us to use. And that's the activity and validating that activity. That's the importing of data. That's the lists of data. That's the machine data for each machine and the DB that gets that from the text file. The summary, the person, the summary validation, and the utility. Now I may have missed one, but don't worry, we can soon add it in line if we need to be doing it as we're making the rest of the thing work. But that's our logic complete. Now I'm going to talk more about that when we go into the next part of the next video, where I do a bit of a lecture about how WPF works. And I'll reiterate what we've done here when I go through that explanation in a moment, when I make the next class or when you access the next video. Good place to stop. So we've created all of our business logic. We have a place in which we can now go and work with the pages and the data that the user has to enter and calculate.